So here we have data that's coming back with a different type. On the client, we could use that to drive what we want to display. So for instance, you might have in the client, right, you might have different types of widgets, right? So maybe under course editor, you might have a directory where you have all the widget types under there, right? And let's create just a couple. We say maybe a new JavaScript in here. You might have a heading widget that imports React and has a const export default const called heading widget that takes as argument maybe a widget that is being passed to it, and it renders maybe h1 heading, and then renders the widget title maybe or something. Okay, and then you can have another one. You can have another widget that call it maybe the paragraph widget. So this will be paragraph widget, and the paragraph widget might instead have here something like paragraph widget, and this will be paragraph widget, and the title, right? And then as you're iterating these, right, in the widget list, you could use the type to render one or the other, right? So for instance, here in the li, here you can say, well, if the widget, you say that if the widget dot type is heading, then I'm going to render a heading widget, right? And I'm going to pass down the widget data down to the widget, you know, for additional rendering. Or if instead the widget type is something else, and it's a paragraph, right? Then I'm going to instead use the paragraph widget and pass in the widget object, right? So if we render this, notice that now we have the heading widget or the paragraph widget rendering differently, right, for that particular value, right, the data type. So each one will have its own form, its own drop downs, its own little thing. Things that are common to all widgets, right? So things that are common to all widgets, you might maybe render it out here. So out here would be, you know, H3, you know, something like, you know, common to all widgets, or maybe it'll be like a heading, right? A heading widget that you can put maybe the up down, the drop down, the X button could go there, but then the form that is specific to each widget, you can then put it inside of each one of the widgets. Make sense?